So, hey, good afternoon, class. This is the last class of the day, and this will be my last official video of me teaching class, my student teaching class. All right. So basically, we know the standards for the day is money management. We're gonna be looking at a video also telling you about credit card usage and all that, understanding the importance of credit. All right. And our activity gonna be credit activity. All right. And then basically what you'll be doing is describing the process of getting a credit card or account. All right, so as you can see right here on the board, you got to develop effective money management strategies and understand the role and functions of financial institutions. So when it comes to dealing with credit cards, how many of you actually have a credit card? Well, that's good. Dang, all y'all got credit card? I ain't got no credit card, you know. All right, so is it in your name or is it like a user credit card? Like your parents pay the bill, but you just use it as well?
Both of my cards in my name.
Your name? Dang. Your own person?
Yeah.
Who else got their own person? Or you use it like your parents pay for it, but you use it?
No. I got my own card in my own
That's
name.
good too. All right, that's good. Y'all know way better than we did. All right. So basically, what today's target will be creating an informative newsletter about credit and your credit cards. All right. So, let me ask this question: what is the purpose of a credit report? What y'all feel like the purpose of a credit report? All right.
To show like how much you spent in like that certain amount of time.
Good. And how is it being utilized? How do people utilize their credit card? You're good. So what are most things that people buy with credit cards, you think?
Everyday use.
No. Yeah, smaller.
It's smart to use it to buy everyday use items because then it's easier to pay off.
Good. Go ahead.
But some people like to buy bigger items because they know they don't have to pay it at the moment. So
Okay.
they wait till later.
So basically, like I explained to my last class about when you're using credit cards, the need is like a front, like somebody fronting you something. Y'all know what I mean when they say fronting somebody something? That means basically you don't have the money for it at that time, so they gonna give you the money at that time, if you know what I'm talking about. Basically, they gonna give you the money at that time, but then you gotta pay them back on the back end with interest.
You should say a loan.
Yeah, a loan. That's the best way to say it. A loan, basically, they give you a loan by the credit, they give you so much money as a loan. Basically, like Gabby said, good job. And then basically, they gonna have you pay it back, but with interest though. And if you ain't paying them back the same amount, it gonna be with a little interest on the head. So basically, if you say, Coach Sims, I need a loan of $500, I'm like, okay. But when you give me some money back, I want $700 back. Then you go back, why I gotta use something? Because that's the loan that you can say yes or no, because you really need it. And I'm the person that can give you what you need. So if I say, but you gotta give me something back, it's either one of those ones that you can take it or leave it. All right? So you have to be real mindful of when it comes to, and when it really comes to dealing with credit card usage and dealing with credit cards. All right, so right now, we're gonna go, I'm gonna show you a short video of it on YouTube. Pay attention to this, and this breaks it down really good for you. And the speaker should come on in a minute. There you go.
Meet Jasmine. Jasmine is a college student attending State University. Like many college students, Jasmine has a lot of things she needs to buy: books, laundry baskets, food, and so on. And she can pay for those things with two types of money: debit or credit. Debit is money that comes from a personal bank account.
Yep.
Credit is money that is lent to you by your bank.
Yep.
For example, let's say Jasmine has been using a credit card. Each time Jasmine uses the card to buy something, say a $100 textbook, her bank is loaning her the money. While that sounds nice, be warned, the bank isn't giving Jasmine this money for free. They expect her to pay a certain amount of money each month, called interest, if she doesn't totally pay off her balance by the due date.
Yep.
As you can imagine, this can get very expensive very quickly, especially when factoring in the high annual interest rates, or APRs, that are charged by these companies.
Yep.
However, there is a solution to this rather scary problem. As long as Jasmine always pays off her balance in full by the monthly due date, she'll never pay a cent of interest. Jasmine is shocked and thrilled, but still isn't quite sold on credit cards. After all, with all their flaws, are they really worth using? The short answer, as long as you avoid running up a balance, definitely. So why is that? Well, free money for starters. Most credit cards offer their users rewards, like cashback or airline miles, each time they make a purchase. For example, let's say Jasmine's credit card comes with 2% cashback. That means if Jasmine spends $500 per month, then at the end of the month, she'll automatically get $10 back, no questions asked. Then, if that wasn't good enough, responsibly using a credit card also allows Jasmine to build a great credit score. This is a calculated number between 300 and 850 that summarizes your credit history, covering everything from your payment history to the age and status of your accounts. While we'll teach you more about your credit score, including how to get and improve it, in our next video, Credit Scores and Reports 101, just know for now that most credit cards actually require a credit score of at least 600, plus at least $15,000 in annual income and a reasonable debt payment to income ratio, generally below 36%. However, thankfully for Jasmine, who lacks both credit history and a full-time job, she shouldn't have a problem getting a student credit card. In fact, the online application will take all of 5 minutes. She'll just have to be a full-time student of at least 18 years of age, with either a small amount of income, like from a part-time job, or a credit-worthy cosigner. However, at this point we have to say, be careful. Taking on a cosigner is no small matter. The account is still in your name, so any credit mistakes are on you and your cosigner. Plus, your cosigner is even liable for any of your missed payments. If Jasmine isn't quite ready for that level of responsibility, she could instead be added as an authorized user to her family's account. Not only will this allow her to get her own credit card, but in a few short months, the credit bureaus will treat her parents' credit score as her own. Sounds pretty great, right? Well, this strategy isn't a cure-all. Even though Jasmine isn't liable for payments on the account, her parents still are. Plus, many lenders will want to see you successfully handling credit on your own before giving you a major loan. Hopefully you and Jasmine now understand the basics of credit cards. Be sure to watch our next video, which covers everything you need to know about credit scores, and be sure to check out our website, where you can find more educational materials, your free credit score, and great credit card recommendations.
All right, so just to piggyback on what that video was about, it's very key to make sure that you understand the difference between a debit and credit. All right, and then also when dealing with being a cosigner. All right, be very careful when people ask you to be a cosigner or cosign on anything, because like the video stated, you're just responsible as the person that's paying for it. You're just as responsible for it. So if that person don't pay, then they go dock your credit too. So not only that person's credit go drop, yours go drop as well. So just to let you know that, so be very careful when somebody tell you to cosign for something, because if that person ever get mad or get into some kind of debt where they can't pay it, then the people go call you. You'll see that gonna happen with student loans and all that kind of stuff. With your parents, like if you have to take out student loans, hopefully some of you guys will have to take out student loans, but for the ones that do have to take out student loans, parent plus loans, what happened is, basically, they'll call your parent all the time, it'll be yours, but they're gonna call your parents if it's not paid. And then they'll dock your parents' credit as well. So that's the only thing, if you go bankrupt, that you'll never go bankrupt from, is student loans. I don't care how much you say you in debt, this and that, student loans will forever be on your credit. Ain't nothing you can do about it. That's the one thing, you can go bankrupt from a house note and all that kind of stuff, and they buy you time, student loans, they're gonna always forever be on your credit. So be very careful of student loans. So that's why we always preach to our students to make sure you try to get some kind of grants and scholarships, like where you don't have to pay for school. Because regardless of the fact, if you have to take out loans, and you be seeing some people balling, I don't want to take out a loan where I get a refund of $8,000, $9,000. You forgot you got to pay that back now. So you can ball out all you want back on the back end. Once you graduate, all that gonna be accumulated. So at the end, they go like, okay, now we need our money back. You go be like, but I ain't got a job yet. They go be like, well, it ain't got nothing to do with us. We need our money back. So then you got to start paying back on your student loans. Because if you say, forget it, I ain't gonna pay them back, then they gonna hit your credit. And like they said, with no credit, you can't get nothing without credit. You can't get nothing. So you gotta be very mindful of that. So that's why I start preaching, especially my ninth graders, take your grades serious. Take your grades serious, take your grades serious, take your grades serious. Because when it comes down to it, they're not gonna give you grant money and scholarship money if your grades ain't up to par. Unless you're just a magnificent athlete. All right, or you know somebody that knows somebody. Or you got a family member that works at a college, or a family member that knows somebody with money. So now you got to take out a loan. And like I said, it'll be good if you gonna feel like you balling when you take out that money. But remember, anytime you take out a loan, you got to pay it back. Grants, you don't pay back. So if you get any kind of grant money, you don't have to pay back grant money. A lot of people don't want to take the time. There's millions of grants that's out there, but a lot of people don't want to take the time to look for them. Because a lot of time with grants, you have to write like pages. You might have to write a 5-page essay, or 3-page essay. Some people lazy, don't wanna do that. But you don't realize they offer you $10,000 worth of grant money, $15,000 worth of grant money. That gonna help when it comes time to paying your bills. To pay off your student account. Like I had one young lady that actually went to school with us. That's how she paid through her school, and she had no scholarships. All she did is apply for grants. She filed for so many grants that it paid for all her years of schooling. And she got refund money back because they gave her so much grant money. She applied for $25,000 grants, $20,000 grants. You know, after a while, them just add up. Till by the time her 4 years or 5 years up, her job was always paid for. She had to take out no student loans. So right now, she's debt free. They have to take out no loans her whole college career, and she ain't played no sports. So you'll find very few that unless you got like an academic scholarship, you got to take out no loans. So be very mindful. If you don't have the grade point average, there's other ways that you can still get money, grant money. You just got to apply for them, all right? Because you don't want to end up in debt. All right, click on the assignment for me, please. So what you have here is called a credit newsletter. And what you've been doing, if you've been asked to create a newsletter or another promotional item that will be sent to Stockbridge students when they turn 18. All right, now with the newsletter, it will educate you on credit, specifically credit cards. Your newsletter will have 4 sections. The requirements for each section are outlined below. Please use the following website for templates. All right, so you use that. Now for section 1, the basis of credit, that's worth 45 points. In this section, you should discuss the basics of credit. All right, so you'll discuss that. And the questions that you'll be answering are right there for you. What is credit? And the second question, what are forms of credit? All right, student loans, credit cards, etc. What costs are associated with credit? And what determines if someone gets credit and how much they get? All right, you'll answer that. So you must include the following vocabulary words in that section. All right, so you'll include those words. So now section 2, vocabulary watch, which is 10 points. In this section, you should highlight important credit vocabulary terms, at least 3 of them. All right, now section 3, credit cards, what you need to know, 20 points. In this section, you should discuss the basics of credit cards. Questions to answer, what is a credit card? Where can you use credit cards? All right, what are the benefits and costs of using credit cards? All right, and you must use the following vocabularies in that too, words in that too. Those words right there. Last but not least, in section 4, sports consumers. Don't fall into the credit card trap. That's 25 points. In this section, you should discuss ways to stay safe while using credit cards. All right, for example, tips you should give someone when using credit cards. All right, so you should be able to use at least 5 tips. All right, when you're doing that assignment. All right, any questions? All right. Let's go to the next one.
Told you that was
No, not
your
now.
girlfriend.
We go to the next one.
I
Yeah, we
told
just
you
watched
that was
that.
your girlfriend.
So you can click out of that. All right, yep. No,
Sims.
that's the same thing. Oh, Kenny.
What?
You sit right here, and she filming.
Me-
Yeah, scoot up a little. Yeah.
Next assignment?
Yeah, next time.
Who the fuck is that?
Go back to, yep, that's one right there. All right, so, instructions, yeah. Good job. All right, so now, with a credit card, go back up. Now, this one is called the same thing, credit report, credit union, unit, standards 9. All right, so this one gonna be, you'll develop effective money management strategies and understand the role and functions of financial institutions. All right, so what you're gonna do is explore personal credit report, the impact of credit on business and personal life. All right, so one thing you have to know, what is the purpose of a credit report and how it is utilized? We went over that already. All right, so now when we go down, all right, scroll down. All right, so we already watched that video. That's the one we just watched. So what you're gonna do is complete the activity on attached handout. Name these 3 credit reviewers. All right, so one of them is called Equifax. All right, so what Equifax is offer you an unparalleled level of predictive businesses, data, and analysis. Click on a button. Oh shit. Only Equifax Optima provides this level of information. All right, I'm damn cussing off. Extended companies, house history, potential fraudulent activity alert, credit limit history, full mortgage and charge details, search history, a score group structure, legal data, full CCJ information, including court and case number. All right, so that's all the things that Equifax looks into before they do your credit report. All right, so this is one of the 3 credit bureaus. Can y'all name me 2 more? What is the other 2? Another one with an E. And that's Equifax. What's the other one? You can look at you can look it up. It's two more. One start with a T and one start with another E. Somebody said it. What it was?
I didn't say it.
Oh, Experian,
Okay, Experian, and what's the other one? It should be Trans what?
TransUnion.
Good. So those are the three credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. All right. So those are the three credit bureaus that they go through when they try to accumulate your grade. I mean your credit score. All right. So basically, your credit score can be different in each one of them. All right. One of them you can be a 700, the other one you can be a 680, the other one you might be a 702. So what they do is they average them all together and they put them as one credit score. But the tricky part about it, you have to actually order a credit report. That way you can know the exact number with your credit report, because you have different ones like Credit Karma. You have different credit bureaus that's out there that'll give you one score, and when you go to your actual credit report, it'll be a totally different score. You be like, why is this dude say this and another one say that? All right, so you got to be real mindful about your credit score. All right, and right here it shows how you actually look at your credit score, what they look at as far as how much you made, how much you decreased a lot of your payments and all that kind of stuff. So let's say, for instance, with car payments, all right? So with a car payment, you'll start out, let's say the car started at $26,000. So as long as you pay your payments, and the more and more your car payment goes down, that builds up your credit report. And then they'll tell you how much your credit decreased by, how much you owe. All right? So you always want to see the word decrease instead of increase. Anytime you see an increase, that's not good. You want everything to decrease when it comes to your credit. All right? The lower things are decreased on your credit report, the higher your score will be. The more increase, the lower it'll be. All right, scroll down, please. All right, so as you can see right here, it gives you more example. All right, of what they're looking for, accounts filed late. All right, what you don't want to do, you'll never want to do late payments. All right, that's what they ding you on. Anytime you have some late payments on anything, as far as on your credit report, that's what they ding you on. All right, and they can ding you for 6. I don't know how the points go, but that's what they ding you on, any kind of late payments. And a lot of people I know, y'all try to do what they say, minimum payments. You don't never want to do minimum payments unless you're just having a bad month. You always want to pay a little bit more than the minimum. Even if you can't pay it all off, let's say, because most times the minimum be like $25. On most credit cards, that'd be the minimum that you can pay. All right, but you don't really want to pay $25. If you can pay $35 or $40, go in and drop $40, because that looks better than paying just the minimum. All right, even if you can't pay the whole thing off. But if you can actually pay the whole thing off when it's due, that knocks it up even higher. That shows to the credit bureau, the creditors, that you're able to take care of your bills. They can give you like an extended estimate. Because when they probably start you out first, it'll be probably $500. They'll see how you deal with that. Then you can ask them to up the credit limit. So then they probably go to 1,000 and see how you handle that. Then from 1,000, probably go to 1,500 and etc. But it depends on how good that you take care of when you spend something, how soon you can pay it back on a due date. All right, that's what they look at. All right, scroll up. How long are 20 minutes?
18.
18 minutes? All right, so another thing you want to do is make sure that when you're doing Equifax, it also shows how they grade, and they have, that's another information. They have all your phone numbers that you ever had, and they have all your addresses. So don't never think that you can get away and be like, okay, I'm finna move, but they got this address right here. I'm finna move, they ain't gonna be able to follow me. Then they gonna follow all your different phone numbers, and they gonna follow all your addresses that you've been to. Even your current. I don't know how they find it out. But I think when you change your information for the county and on different bills and stuff like that, that's when they find out where your actual address is. All right? And then they also give descriptions, as you can see right there. Any return made up to date, director resigned, director appointed. They know all your data. All right, scroll up. Then like I said right here, you got the history. All right, all your history right here. They show right here your history. All right, right here, you have 1 payment, 2 payments, 1 payment, 2 payments. They show you all the time how often you paid. All right. So this base right here shows the amount of interest that others have in this company. All right. So they got all the information right there. Right here's the credit limit history. So they got all your dates. All right, and they got all the credit limits. that you had on all those dates. They got all the information as well. And then they also show your company capitalization. They got that too. Go up, scroll up. They show all that. Like I said, they show all your information, parent sample, ordinary. They show you what kind of loan it was, whatever, how much, and the value of it. They got all that kind of information as well. Scroll down. Then again, they got a group structure, how everything's structured. Go ahead and you can click on it as well. Scroll down. All right, now this is key. All right, now your financials and ratios. This is your profit and your loss extracts. All right, so that tell you when you lost and you gain. All right, so right here show you when the period ended, you consolidated. They'll tell you yes. Turnover, that's how much money export. Then they'll say, let me see. The renters fees, they tell you how much the fees was, wages. They show you how much you was making. They know all the information. How much money you was making, how much profit you made, taxation, how much you was taxed. Like I said, they know all your information when it comes to when you want to take out loans and everything. Interest receivable, all that kind of stuff. You can scroll up. Number of employees. Let's see. Also like your balance sheet extract, they got all that as well. They also got your fixed assets. They got that, which is good. They also have your current assets. Go ahead and scroll up. All right, then they got your current liabilities. They show you all your current liabilities each month leading up to it. Your short-term borrowings. They show you all the time how much you borrowed, where you borrowed it from. Your bank loans, they'll show you that. Go ahead. Your liabilities, receipts, and equity. Your reserves, they show you all that. Go down. All right, so right here they got your cash flow. So this what shows your cash flow items. So this basically show you how much money you got going in and what going out. All right, so that's good. You always know that. Your key ratios. So this all this kind of stuff that y'all read once y'all get older and really get into it. When y'all dealing with credit cards, y'all gonna have to know how to do it. So you'll know how much interest rate that's being put on your credit card. All right, scroll up. All right, now. All right, so again, your finances and ratios, your group accounts, all that kind of stuff. All right, now, right here, comments, and then they comment on your stuff too. The latest year accounting figures in this report have been rounded out to the nearest thousand. The company's latest filed accounts are for the year ended in, so the year figures are taken from the consolidated accounts. Turnover has fallen from, then they take from there to there. So basically they give you a whole overview of what's going on with your within your credit. All right, so they tell you all that. Scroll up. All right, so auditors and bankers, they give you that. They give you all that information. They say right here, charge made, which is Sallie Mae Commercial Limited. That's a loan company for when you for school. All right, go up. Let me see. So right here, detrimental information. They'll show you that. Things that's been satisfied. You always want to have satisfied stuff. Unsatisfied is not good for your credit report. Scroll up. The CCJ details. They'll tell you all that as well. Everything with they'll tell you all your information, amount status, your judgment, and when you done paid things off. All right. So detrimental information as well. Keep going, scroll up. All right, Gazette detail, you got that. Commercial insight, you got total agreements anything that you agreed to. They got the total own agreements, anything that you own under your name, total that's current. So basically this person paid off 2, but they got 2 still that's current. All right, amounts outstanding, they still owe $2,896. Most recent agreement, they showed how much they agreed on. That, scroll up. All right. Commercial CIF, AS. All right, they got that.
I got
All right.
much motion
Scroll
in my
up.
phone, you can't see.
All right, protect information. Right here, you got that. The protect 10 plus 10, they show you how to do that. External interest is subject, predates 5 years. So they show you all that kind of stuff. The number of companies.
When
All
it
right,
get
go
to
up.
40.
All right, industry comparison, average. They got the millions. They got the turnover. So they show you the turnover, what you each year would have in the previous years until now, the latest.
You gotta
Like, scroll
record
up.
that's 40 minutes.
All right, officers, current officers. All right, they got
For
the
his
company
class, it's
secretary,
required
they got the
40
nationality, they got the home address, the date of birth, they got all that kind of stuff, the address. All right, scroll up. All right, so now they got officers, previous officers, they got all the officers, everybody who's been up under anything that you dealt with your credit, they got all their names.
The,
All right,
that one's like
let's see, they got the credit communities on that, and then they got a credit community summary. They got those total records 9,
I don't need it.
total positive 2, total negative 7. All right, those are the different things that fall into that.
It's
All right,
for a
so those are the
week,
different credit
so I
reports
left it.
that
It's
come
here
on
for a
your
week.
actual credit report to make sure that you know everything that you're dealing with when it comes to your credit. All right, so click on that. All right, so now, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna have our credit reports, all right, and credit score notes. All right, now click on that, they're gonna show you your annual credit report look. All right, so this is the annual credit report. This is the thing that I told you that you'll use when you want an up-to-date credit report of your credit. All right, so this is what you go to. You don't go to the other websites and stuff like that. This is the one that will actually give you an actual accurate number of how your credit is, because it uses these three credit bureaus, like I told you, and they combine them into one and give you accurate numbers on your credit report. All right. You always want to stay 700 and better. You can stay in the 6s, but 6s are mostly fair. But in order to have good credit, you want to make sure you stay over the 700s. All right, and it'll help you when you're trying to buy a car and a house. All right, or anything else you might want to finance. All right, you can get out there. All right, so right here, you got credit reports. All consumers who use credit have, and then you'll tell me what the answer. You'll tell me what that answer is. Matter of fact, all consumers who have credit have what? Tell me what the answer is. All consumers who use credit have a what? Good. What they have?
Income?
Yeah. Somebody else, what do they have? All consumers who use credit have a what? Huh? But in order to have credit, you have to have what?
Money.
Good. Good. So you have the money, you have to have a job. You have those different things you have to have in order for you to have some type of credit. All right. So what's the 3 major credit bureaus I gave them to you? What else? No, not y'all.
What you, I don't
Give me
think.
somebody else. I just gave y'all the 3.
You're dirty.
One is what? One is Experian. What's the second? I gave y'all one. There's another one, E. Yeah, Equifax, good. What's the last one? Good. So as you can see, so I'm already getting, so if y'all smart, y'all will be writing this down, because then y'all already got the answer.
Right?
All right, so those are the 3. You got TransUnion, you got Equifax, you got Experian. Those are the 3. All right. Now, what does a credit report include?
Like, what do you mean?
When you're dealing with a credit report, what all does it include?
Your name, your
address, names, all phone numbers.
social security number,
Good.
previous credit reports, like previous.
All right, so what they give you? So what falls in current and conform with what?
Addresses
Good.
or numbers. It can
Yep.
be
Yep.
what's
All right, so it could be employee too. Your employer. All right, you can use that as well. All right, what you owe now are open accounts and payment history. All right, so what is this?
What do you mean?
Bank account? Wait.
Good.
Oh,
So it'll be a bank account. What you owe now are open accounts. All right. Let me see. Liens, judgments, and bankruptcies. What fall up under that?
what you owe?
Huh? Okay. Okay, good.
Like past transactions,
Yes, good. Who check your credit report and when?
the bank.
Who can check your credit report and when? Okay, good. You as the person, you can check your own credit report. All right. So bankruptcies and liens, who do those? Who check for those? Good. I hope y'all paying attention now, because they're gonna be done. While y'all still gonna be looking up these answers. All right, good job. All right, now, what is not included in your report? Any what over 10 years? Oh,
Credit?
Any what?
Transaction.
Any, alright, so the way they do it is, they used to do 7 and 10 years. Alright, so basically, some people, you'll see y'all parents probably say this a lot. I don't know, some of y'all parents, I know mine used to say it. You know, after a while, if you don't pay a certain payment, it'll fall off your credit report. Alright, so let's say for instance, you went to the dentist, alright, and then you never paid back that bill that you went to the dentist. So after 7 to 10 years, it'll fall off automatically. Even though that's bad, but it will.
And
Like they ain't gonna
that's
charge
too
you and stuff
long.
like that. So after 10 years, it'll be going off
That's
your credit.
too long.
Alright, so gender, ethnicity, religion, political affiliation, medical history, or criminal records.
Credit
So,
score.
good, y'all already know what that is. Alright, so who can look at my credit report?
Me.
Yeah, and who else?
Credit companies,
Good, and who else?
No, not.
lead, potential leaders,
Lenders.
lenders. I
Yep.
think.
Alright, who else can look at your credit report?
Anyone with your written authorization.
Good, and what else kind of companies?
Large corporation.
Credit card companies.
Good credit card companies, and or potential blank or potential employees.
Potential lenders.
Yep, or potential employees. Anyone with your written authorization, good job. Go up. All right, number 5. All right, credit scores. Now, I said that one way.
You said 31.
All right, so number 5, credit scores. Rating used to help a lender decide if you qualify for a particular credit card, loan or service, is different than that what? Good. Is used to blank a company assumes for lending you money. What's used to blank a company assumes for lending you money? What they got to do?
Judge.
Like, before they lend you money, what does a company have to do?
Evaluate your
What you have to get? They have to get your what?
your
Credit report. A company assumes for lending you money. So they got to check your credit before they can assume they're lending you any kind of money.
Wait, so what I bring used to blank a company?
So it's used to gauge a company. It's used to basically a company look at your credit score, your report. They tell what they want to lend you any kind of money. So they have to do. So every company, anytime you go to do any kind of thing when it's dealing with borrowing money, first thing they'll do is check your credit report. All right. You got it. You got me?
Yeah.
Okay. So blank is the score is most commonly used. What score is commonly used?
Credit score.
Good. Higher score. What's the highest score number is what?
Better.
700.
600.
What's the highest you can get?
800. 800.
Good. 800. That's the highest you can go. All right. Now, because it starts from 300 to 800. That's the highest you go. 300 is the lowest your credit score can be. 800 is the highest. All right. Math model that elevates many types of information in your credit file, including your credit report. Which one is that? What math model that evaluates many types of information?
Credit score.
Good. What affects your credit score?
Late payments.
Good.
Bankruptcy.
Good.
write-offs.
So basically, I gave y'all the answers, but they probably ain't they ain't listening to me. All right, so scroll up. Watch, it's gonna be the main ones that ain't finished the assignment. All right, so what else? What else falls in right here?
Types of accounts.
Good. So y'all know the field is in right there. All right. So scroll up. All right. So which falls in there? So number of recently opened accounts, number of recent credit inquiries, all that falls in right there. So now credit scores range from what to what?
300 to 800.
Good. So 680 used to be considered very good. Now is what?
Fair.
Good. Majority 600 to 700 is what?
Good.
No.
Fair.
Yes.
Above it? Oh.
It's fair. All right. It's only go good. Like once it go over 700, then it's good. All right. All right. Credit reports and credit scores. Both are used to what? Of loan money, hire, release it to, etc.
Determine.
Yes. Yeah. Some use only the credit score, but often all other factors are considered. All right. Recommended to check credit reports and scores linked with each credit bureau. So, what I told you when it comes to different bureaus, you might have what?
Different.
Yes. Yep. Good. Law requires blank credit reports per year.
One?
Yep. So basically, the law requires you one free one.
Oh.
So always remember that. You always get one free credit report per year. Alright, so if you wanna do more than one, then they're gonna make you pay for it. But your first one always free. You always get one per year that you can check your credit. Your parents are backing me up on that. So most likely, if your parents got businesses and different things like that, they check their credit, they use that definitely that one each year. Alright, they probably do it more than one, but they get that one free one. Alright, but it must be requested. Alright, so you gotta go to the following site to request free credit report. What website I told you gotta go to request your free credit report?
This right here,
No, there you go right there.
right here.
See?
Annual credit report.
There it is. Oh, back up. Yeah. Alright, so, how much money I got?
It's 35.
That's right. Alright, so now that I went over, the credit report and, went over how credit card usage should be, how many of you feel like y'all will be, able to manage your credit card and be able, without, faltering or messing up your credit score?
I don't care. He was just
Then
cooking.
you can.
No, you can't.
So how many of you feel like y'all gonna
40.
splurge? You gonna splurge on a credit card? You gonna splurge?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna like go broke still. I'm gonna safely.
So, okay, let me ask y'all a question. So what percentage, I got you. So what percentage do you feel like you need to be below in order for your credit score to still be good? You don't wanna go past how much percentage of use? What percentage?
50,
No, that's too much.
20,
70,
10,
A little higher.
15.
75,
No, that's too much. They gonna say that.
90,
You close. No, it should be low, it's a low number.
27,
Keep going.
8,
10%.
30.
Yes, so basically I want you to go past 30%. Alright, so let's say for instance, your credit limit is $1,000, they really don't want you to go past $300. Yeah, they don't want you to go, because in order for your credit score to still be good. Because that shows that you're not using too much credit, you're using a little bit, but you're not overdoing it. Because they feel like once you over $300, you're overdoing your credit, so they probably ain't gonna give you extended on your credit limit. And I know Gabby can approve with me on that. Because once you overdo it, they're not gonna extend your credit limit. Because they're gonna say that you misusage of your money. So they always want you to stay below $300. Now, as long as you stay under $300, once you pay it off and stay under $300, like you can make a big purchase, but at least get below $300. Once you get below $300, you're good. But you really don't supposed to do big purchases with it. That's not really what they feel like credit card is for. They really want you to use credit card for like gas, groceries, like little small stuff like that. They don't want you to do like your car payments or your house payments and all that. That's not really what they use. They want credit card usage to be for. Go ahead, Gab. Hey, go ahead, quiet, you talking.
Like, you know how Macy's and stuff got the rewards and the
Yeah.
membership, you can pay that little $50, don't use it, but keep letting
Yeah.
it back up and just pay it.
Yes, she's totally right. And you know, some credit card people have cash back. All right, a lot of them say 2% cash back, all that kind of stuff. What that means is those people want you to spend more, that way you can get cash back, but don't fall into that trap. All right, because to me that's a trap. The more money you spend, like say for instance, you probably been spend $500-600, you only go get about $10 back cash back. But y'all don't realize that's still messing up your credit score though. They'll tell you go get cash back, but still you're not supposed to go over 10%, like I say, 30% of how much your credit limit. Like I said, out of $1,000, it'll be $300. And then you have to add it up after that. So if it's $500, they probably don't want you going past maybe like 100 of that. Of your credit, because they want you to see that you're not control your spending. That's basically what they want to see. Eventually, they'll go up on your credit score, your spending limit.
38.
38. All right. So I want to get ready to end this by saying, hey, I enjoyed going over this thing. I enjoyed these 4 presentations that I had with you guys. I chose this class because not only what I feel like this class had the most self-control and had the most engaging students, but I also feel like this was one of my smarter classes that I'd be able to engage more in what I was talking about. I'm just being honest. My other classes are a little bit more rowdy, and my daughter can definitely attest to that. My other classes, second and third period, are way more rowdy.
Yeah.
So I feel like this class is the only one that can keep self-control and be able to allow me to teach, and also be able to allow me to engage with you guys and get actual positive feedback from you guys. So again, I appreciate you guys for being able to allow me to go over this assignment with you. But this assignment is due Wednesday, so a lot of you probably should have been doing it while I was basically going over because it's easy. All right. So Wednesday to be due, and I think because I know we got like 2.5 weeks left. I think the last week, the week before we get out, I'm not gonna give no assignment, I'm gonna allow everybody to make up all the work that they didn't do. Alright, that way, cause I need everybody to pass my class. Alright, so I wanna give everybody a chance, I don't want nobody to leave my class saying, let Coach Sims and give me a chance to make up no work. I even allow y'all to go back to when we first started and make up work, if you have to, just to get some of y'all scores up. Alright, any questions, concerns? Alright, thank y'all again, and that's it.